Good afternoon from a lovely dry Plymouth. Been a little while since I've been able to say that. So today's video is all about garden waste. In the UK, basically the country is in masses of problems financially, so the burden of councils collecting waste is now gone from free to being charged. So what do we do with garden waste? Well, today hopefully I'm going to show you what to do with a selection of autumn gathered garden compost and how to mix it in with other waste materials to make great compost. So the garden waste we have to compost is buddleia remains, banana leaves, miscellaneous evergreens, euonymus, yellow box, clematis, there's holly in there, there's even a bit of conifer, only a small amount of that because I don't think that's going to go very well, but real mixed bag of tough to compost leftovers. And there's also miscanthus. Now the miscanthus is a large grass that I use in the front of the house as an ornamental. I remove the seed heads and then chop it down, makes a nice mess, clear it all up and bag it up and try and compost it, as we're going to see, mixed with grass of course. Now then, I know you'll recognise this as being bracken, but I have a fernery. The fernery is still green, so I can't use that, so I've used this in place to sort of get the idea. Hope that's okay. Of course there's leaves, plenty of leaves. We're all got to get rid of our leaves at this time of year. Yes, you can make leaf mold, but in this particular case I just want to use it as an ingredient of the overall pile, and it's all going to go into a dalek, my usual dalek, into the place where the wood chip was and now moved it over into this dalek. Yeah, so it's all going to go in there. Now then, I've put the speed to double so that you don't have to endure the commentary for too long. And what I want to impress upon you is the mixture that I use along the way. First one is the woody stuff, then a few bits of the general compost, not too much. I want to build these layers, is the wrong word because I want to really mix these in, but I'm applying the fern and grass mix because I know that'll be a rocket fuel and then a bit more of the buddleia, so I'm mixing up the rough with the stuff that I know is going to compost, and then along the way to go I'll be feeding in that mixture. This is the miscanthus going in with the grass. I'm very keen for this to go in quite early because I know it'll take a bit of breaking down that. Things like the banana leaves will be dead easy, and the clematis will also go, although I've made a mistake there. I've put a big long bundle of unchopped clematis in. I'm sure that I'll be cursing myself when it comes to turning them, but there we are. We all make mistakes, don't we? So I hope basically you're getting the idea that you're layering in the mixtures by pre-mixing the bracken and the miscanthus with grass. It makes the process of putting it in the bin a whole lot easier. I have learnt that in the process it's just as easy to get it done ahead of making the main pile, just so that it makes it nice and easy rather than a big dog's dinner at the end. Excuse me. So this is the last of the garden waste going in, and it's all about getting rid of that stuff. The grass on that will go dead easy. It's a foregone conclusion, but it's the one that will speed things up by the generation of heat. So plenty of grass is a real boon to a heap like this. What I hope to do is take the temperature in a couple of days time, so you can see how much that heap is actually heating up. That'll be roughly 2 days time, and I'll tag that onto the end of the video, hopefully. That's the plan, but as you know, plans tend to go awry a little bit. Now I'm actually making a mistake here. I'm compressing too much into the top of this pile. I should have thought about this before. I just hope that doesn't backfire on me, and because basically one of the things that you need to have is plenty of air in the pile, and every time you push it down, you're pushing out air, oxygen should I say, rather than air, and that could backfire on us. The other thing I'm not doing as well is I'm not adding enough moisture in. I'm aware that we're in the winter, so moisture is readily available in the conditions of the weather, but yeah, I'm not so sure that I haven't really made an error by keeping this not too dry. We'll see. After that, it will all show up after 2 days when I've got egg on my face and the temperature isn't up. That will probably be one of the reasons. You know, getting rid of these tough woody stuff will also be another good reason, but to be honest with you, the buddleia won't be a problem as such. You may well see it in the finished compost, and we'll have to sift that out, but that's fine, because it will just go through another process with another pile as one of the ingredients. That's not a problem. This is accelerant. If you want to know what the accelerant is, ask in the commentary. 4 litres of accelerant going in. And that is basically the pile finished. That's it. Job's a good one. Hello. We're now down the back of my house, in an area that's right at the bottom of the garden before the woods go down this way. And in this area here I do all my composting, and pile a few bits and pieces I might need later on. Like a true gardener. Can't seem to get away. That's my wormery, dedicated wormery home here, and yes, another Dalek with some compost on the go. So what I'm just talking about today is the woodier stuff, the woody remains of the buddleia. Obviously that's not so easy to be composted. You've got 3 alternatives really. You can chop it really small, use it as a mulch. That is an option. I'm not going to do it at the moment. I could burn it if I want to, maybe, don't think so. So I'm going to try composting it. Buddleia, not real wood, is it? I don't know, very green. But what I'm going to try and do, so this is my at-home compost bin, and I'm going to basically put this lot in here. Oh, right, that shouldn't have been there. Right, so I picked up the miscanthus because I don't really want that in there, because I reckon that would be quite a terrible weed if that is viable. And in this area I'm going to be long-term cold rotting down of the woodier and the woody and evergreen cuttings. On their own they're just going to sit there. So we've been guesting guinea pigs this week for a family friend, and we have the remains of that lot. So I'm going to tear up all the newspaper and put it in a pile. I want that in there because that only get used on the ornamental garden, not the vegetables, and it'll take a long time to break down, so that's not really a problem. Newspaper is all torn up and added to the pile, sort of roughly mixed up. Now obviously that's all carbons, so we need a nitrogen source now to really get this going. Grass isn't going to be growing because we're in the cold snap, and it's probably not going to be growing for another 3 months, so that's that gone. Coffee grounds, I hate the smell of coffee, so I won't be using that. So I'll probably choose a more natural source of nitrogen. So this is 2 days afterwards. The compost pile is nice and active, so you can see the temperature there. However, when I took it apart, it did seem a bit too dry, so I've added in 3 watering cans full of water as I went, and turned the pile in completion. I'll bring you back on another video to show its progress. All finished. Thank you for joining me again, and hopefully see you on the next one. From a sunny, getting cold Plymouth, see you again.